Good evening, everyone. Meteorologist Emily Thornton here, checking in to give you the latest update on what we know and don't know about the incoming weather system. So first, let's get into what we do know. We do expect very strong winds on Sunday. That's still the case. And we're also still forecasting very cold temperatures for highs on Monday, overnight lows on Tuesday. That's something that we can be fairly confident about with this system. So here's a look at those wind gusts for Sunday afternoon, and you can see many areas along the Mogollon Rim here, into the Coconino Plateau, the Kaibab Plateau, Black Mesa, around Chinle, T-Snows Post, all these areas, Window Rock, seeing gusts 50 plus miles per hour by tomorrow afternoon. So be sure to secure those loose items and prepare for that. Also areas here along the eastern rim in the White Mountain region, seeing very strong wind gusts. As we get into the lower valleys, we're still seeing really breezy conditions, but we do expect those higher gusts to be along and north of the Mogollon Rim in these areas in northeastern Arizona. So here's a look at those Monday's highs. I'm not tricking you, these are the highs, not the lows for Monday. So as you can see, many places hovering around freezing in the high terrain. And we expect as the cold front moves through Monday that temperatures will continue to drop through the evening and afternoon and as we get into Tuesday morning. So after we reach our daily highs, things are only going to continue to get colder through the day. Here's a look at the lows for Tuesday morning. So you can see many areas in the 20s, and it's going to be important to take those sensitive plants indoors and to make sure that your pipes are not leaking, as these are very cold temperatures overnight. So now let's talk a little bit about what we don't know and why we don't know it. So something that has been very difficult to forecast with this incoming weather system are exact rainfall amounts and exact snowfall amounts. So last night we talked about the tropical moisture interacting with the colder low pressure system and how it was important for those two features to really phase up as we see the strongest precipitation move along the cold front on Monday morning. And as the trends and the models are going, that really has not been the case anymore. We're starting to see a lot of disagreement about the track of the low and how quickly to move that low through our area, and that's having some vastly different results on our forecast for precipitation. So here's a look at just a few of our models, and I want you to pay special attention to this low pressure feature here and the difference in location with that feature as I scroll through these different models here. And this is why we don't, as meteorologists and forecasters, commit ourselves to any one particular model. Instead, we like to watch the trends. We like to look at ensemble forecasts. And ensemble forecasts take these models and run them for different antecedent conditions or current conditions and give us different outcomes. So we can see over 100 different members give us an idea of what we think might happen based on different starting conditions. And that helps us get a little better idea of the trends. So that's something we've been watching. We've been watching the trends. And so far the trends with the storm are to move the low through faster and maybe to bring it a little further east than originally anticipated. So that's made a change in our precipitation forecast. We've started to pull our numbers back. We're not going to swing really quickly in any one way. We're going to continue to watch the trends. But the overall trend has been to decrease precipitation. You can see this one particular model here during an important time. This is Monday morning when we're expecting the front. Has very little precipitation over our area. So we're watching trends like that, and we're making the best decision we can to give you the best forecast. So here's a look at our current forecast's rain and snow amounts. So you can see for the lower elevations, anywhere from a tenth to a couple tenths for liquid rainfall, and then for the higher elevations, a quarter to 3/4 of an inch for liquid rainfall. So that's going to that's also going to include what we're accounting for with snow, but that's just giving you an idea of how much liquid we're expecting with the storm. Then for snowfall totals, 1 to 2 inches above 6,500 feet, and then some higher amounts there above 8,000 feet on the tallest peaks and plateaus. Particularly across the Chusca Mountains could see a little bit more. So if you're going to be traveling through there, make sure to account for that as well. So keep checking your local forecast. As I said, we're watching the trends. We're doing the best we can to give you the best possible forecast. And we are expecting winter weather travel conditions above 6,500 feet on Monday, starting early Monday morning. So if you plan to travel in the high country, keep a close eye on the forecast and make sure you're prepared for winter weather driving conditions. And as we said last night, make sure you're checking those pipes, make sure you move sensitive plants indoors, and go ahead and secure those loose items, your Halloween decorations, your trampolines, anything you have outside that could potentially blow around tomorrow afternoon. Just make sure you go ahead and have secured that. Thank you. Keep up with the forecast and have a great evening.